What's up, guys? Today we're back here for another video. Today we're starting out here in my room. We've got our 55 and the 75 and our little fry tank right over there. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into it. We got some awesome new fish for the 75-gallon Predator tank. We got some awesome new fish for that tank. Some fish that are being really cool and I think you're going to like. Let's go ahead and get started and I'll show you guys the 55-gallon fish tank. So guys, for the 55-gallon tank, it's pretty much about the same. We've got a lot of albino convicts, a red breast cichlid, a few Salvini cichlids, some true blue acaras. We've got some bashirs. We got a blood parrot in here. This guy right here is a Texas blood parrot hybrid. We've got 3 of those guys. We've got a jaguar cichlid. We've got a normal convict in here. There's another Salvini, some more albino convicts, a massive pleco, a pike cichlid, a redhead geophagus cichlid, some more bashirs, a polar blue cichlid. Yeah, we got a decent amount of fish in this tank. And yeah, all these fish are really cool. I really like the Salvini cichlids. We got a really nice male right here. Then the other 2, I really don't know if they're male or female yet. They're still pretty young, so it's kind of hard to tell. I'm hoping I can get a female out of one of the 2, but I know for sure that one's a male. But yeah, all these fish are really cool. I really like all the fish in here, and I really like how this tank's set up. I really like just the natural scape, the plants, all that good stuff. And I almost forgot about one of my favorite fish in this tank, this rope fish. He's a really cool fish, kind of looks like a snake. And yeah, we got normal convicts back there and those plants. And yeah, I think that's about all the fish in this tank. They're all really cool. Had to replace the filter on this tank because the other one started leaking from like a small crack in it somehow. Thought it was kind of odd, but anyways, this newer stand for it. And yeah, that's about it. See a nice side view of the tank. All looks pretty good, And yeah, now we'll go over here onto this fry tank right here. We got our fry tank right here. We've got albino convicts and some regular convicts. We have 1 jaguar cichlid in here growing out. All these fish are growing out. They're all really cool. And yeah, all these fish are growing. Other than that, we haven't really changed it up. Now I'm going to show you guys 75-gallon Predator tank where we have some awesome new fish. Starting out, we've got a female black diamond hybrid stingray. This is awesome. So we have a giant male stingray, as you guys know. It's in my basement, my 300-gallon tank. I was lucky enough to find 2 female rays, that's really cool for me. So hopefully that'll be a good breeding project one day. And yeah. We also got some new geophagus cichlids. And we also got an arowana. This guy's about 4 or 5 inches. Really cool. Looks really good. Looks like blue. He's a silver arowana, but it almost looks like he's got some blueberry in him. He's a really cool fish. We got our baby red-tailed catfish down in there. And I almost forgot. We got another female black diamond hybrid ray. It's back there behind that rock. And don't worry guys, all these rocks are really smooth river pebble rocks. So they don't have sharp edges and stuff on them. And some of these rocks look sharp, but I promise you they're out of a river and creeks and they're really smooth. So they won't hurt the rays. And we got some fake plant in here. And then we also have a clown knifefish back behind this heater, and he's about 6 to 7 inches long, and he's a really cool fish. But yeah, this tank is looking really good, really cool, and I'm really excited about these new fish here. These stingrays are really cool. There's some pretty nice fish. I really like this one. This one's a little bit smaller. This one's about 5 inches around, like 5 inches in circumference. And the other one's about 6. which are both really, really cool. And our Geophagus is really starting to color up and look really nice. This male is really a stunner right here. And then we got female right there, looking pretty good. Got arowana up there, and he's a really, really cool fish. But yeah, all these fish are really cool in here. They're all doing really good. They're all growing. This red tail I'm training to hand feed, and he's doing a pretty good job coming along on that so far. But yeah, I really, really like the pattern on this ray right here. It's really cool. We got some blue Geophaguses, and they'll color up really nice. This arowana, this is a really, really cool fish. I really like this ray. The other ray is pretty cool too. Knife fish is kind of coming out. He's really cool too. He likes to eat shrimp. And they're really cool to watch whenever they eat shrimp and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the 75-gallon tank here. It's all doing well in here. And the fry tank next to it. Same with the 55. And yeah. If you guys have any fish suggestions for the predator tank here, we definitely got room. Which this is only a grow out. I don't want anybody to think this is a permanent home for these fish, because well, the Geophaguses I'll probably keep in here, but they only get about 7-8 inches max. So this is a perfect size home for them. Now these big predator fish, they will be going in my 300-gallon tank. So do not worry about these guys. They are in good shape. But yeah, if you guys have any fish suggestions for this tank, let me know, because we definitely have some room. And we also got a new tank, which I'll be showing you guys in this video. It's a 100-gallon tank, and it's very cool. And yeah, we'll go on downstairs, and I'll show you guys the breeding room, the new tank, and then lastly the 300-gallon tank. And yeah. Alright guys, so we are now here in the breeding room. First we got our breeding pair of polar blue cichlids. The water is super clear, but there's a good amount of algae on this front glass here. Mostly because that's where like the light is, so it's just shining down really hard on here. We've got their babies in here getting bigger. They're doing good. We've got our breeding tank full of guppies. It's doing good. We've got a lot in here, a decent amount, and they're all doing really well. We've got our breeding tank here for Cory catfish, and we also have some L333 fry in this tank. We've got some of our breeding Corys back there, and they are all really, really nice. Same with these guppies, and this Java moth is really growing in this tank. It's growing really nice. As you guys can see, the color on it is really good. And these plants are just growing really, really nice. Same with the Java moss in here. I put some in here, and it's starting to take off well. And yeah, everything's going good on these tanks so far. And then next we have our 10-gallon. These are all 20 gallons, by the way. Next we have a 10-gallon tank with some Cory fry in this tank, a lot of bristlenose fry, and a few shrimp in this tank. There's one big Cory, but the rest are really small. We got a lot of bristlenose plecos in here. We also have a decent amount of guppies. And as on all of our tanks, we have plants on the top of the tanks. It's all really, really nice. And these bristlenose plecos are really cool. And yeah, we also got a lot of snails in this tank, which are a good food source for our loaches, our clown loaches. I really like them. There's a really nice Cory right there. And yeah, and then the rest of the tanks from down on are 29-gallon tanks. So the other three 29-gallon tanks here on this row. And yeah, so this tank right here is our Molly Platy tank, and we have a ton of really nice Mollies and Platies in this tank. This is a really cool tank. We've got balloon belly Mollies, normal Mollies of all sorts of colors. We've got Platies, mostly red Platies, and we got a Mickey Mouse Platy, and then we also have a few blue Platies. And they've been breeding and stuff. We got a few swordtail Mollies, a few just random Mollies, a few iridescent sharks that we have in here, just kind of growing out for our predator tanks and stuff like that. And it's all just a really good ecosystem in here, because the Platies and the Mollies, they like to eat the stuff that's up at the top, and then the iridescent sharks like to eat the stuff that comes down the bottom here. Then the tank next to us here, we've got our angelfish tank, It's a breeding pair of angelfish. They've been doing good, but they've been doing a bad job of fertilizing the eggs that this female's been laying here, which is kind of unfortunate because I was really hoping, you know, they'd be fertilizing the eggs better than they have been. But it's okay because they've done a few good jobs, but you know, you don't always successful with all of them. I keep this angelfish tank here at 82 degrees if the camera will focus in. It's not one to focus in. But anyways, 82 degrees is what I keep pretty much all these tanks on right here. 81, 82. I just have like the best luck with that, and these fish like warmer temperatures. And on the last 29-gallon tank, we have our Cory and bristlenose pleco grow out. So I got this arowana that's pretty beat up, and I put him in here to heal him up, and he's been doing good. We're gonna heal him up with these guys because nothing in here will mess with him at all, and he'll just continue to grow and grow more and more, and eventually we can put him in one of our monster fish tanks. And yeah, we've got a ton of mystery snails in here, Cory catfish, bristlenose plecos, all sorts of awesome things. We got our breeding mop right there. We got a ton of baby Corys back there, over there, all over the place. We've got some just like breeding hides and stuff. We've got rubber lip plecos, all sorts of cool stuff. A ton of big mystery snails, what we mostly have. The arowana in here, he's really cool too. He's not that active, but at the same time, you know, he got his tail chopped off. Don't really know what all happened to him, but I know he was fighting with that other arowana I had, but he already wasn't in the best shape, and they were just fighting, so I just had to move him in here. And he's been doing good in here. He's looking better, and yeah, I think he'll make it, and he'll do good. And hopefully one day we can get him to about 2.5, 3 feet long, and that'll be epic. We got our Cory catfish down here, our albinos. It's our big female albino. We got a male albino right there, another male albino, and hoping we can get those guys to spawn in here because I think that'd be really cool. We got most of our common bristlenose plecos right here, our common longfin, bigger common, good size like white longfin bristlenose. We got all sorts of cool bristlenose plecos in here. That's mostly what this tank is just really cool bristlenose plecos and Corys. Then we got our, you know, normal mystery snails. We've got albino and regular, both of the gold mystery. And then we have some those jade color ones going up the back and the sides that aren't as nice, but still we've got them. We got long fin peppered Corys in here. We got all sorts of cool fish. But one of my favorites right now is definitely this long fin bristlenose pleco and the arowana. They're really cool, and then you can see the angelfish in the tank next to them. But this rack is doing really well. And if we move on to this tank right here, we've got a breeding pair of a Texas and a blood parrot. On this side is where the algae is because it's hard to get to it. There's a blood parrot and a Texas and some fry that haven't gotten out of the tank yet. But we've got 37 fry in this tank here with some snails to keep it nice and clean, some plants, all sorts of that good stuff. And this does really well. We've got the fry are starting to grow. They're all eating flakes, and they're doing really well. So this is something I'm pretty proud of. Yeah. And on to our 75-gallon tank. We've got this for breeding bristlenose plecos, mystery snails, and angelfish. This is how I find my pairs of angelfish. I just throw angelfish in here, and then they usually pair up, and then I take the pair out and put them in a tank to breed. And we got a lot of bristlenose plecos in this tank all through here. Some common plecos that I'm growing out from other tanks are clown loaches, because we had a horrible snail problem in here, and luckily they got rid of them. But not good snails, like mystery snails that are pest snails, and that's not what we want. But yeah, we got some plants in this tank too. We got plants in all of our tanks. This tank sinks about 80 degrees. We got cherry barbs in here, and they're looking really nice. I'm kind of wondering if those cherry barbs will end up spawning, because I've definitely got a male, you can tell by the bright red, and it's a female right there, and she almost kind of looks pregnant. I've got another female over there that's like in that pipe, and yeah. And there's this one cool snail, I don't know what it is, but it's got stripes on it. And one day it just showed up in this tank, and I think it's pretty cool. But anyways, there it is. We've got 2 of these Chinese alligators in this tank. And they're good for eating algae, but because there's a decent amount of algae in this tank, and this grows really, really well in this tank. And yeah, that's about it for this tank and the rack. And yeah, now I'll show you guys the 100-gallon tank that we just got. So guys, here's the 100-gallon tank. It's actually right across from the breeding setup. And we just got it right here. Right now, to cycle it, we've got 2 Pacu in here. Then we're gonna try to grow huge and then put in a pond. Then I've got an Oscar that I'm albino tiger Oscar in here that I'm growing out. They're all pretty cool. I just set this tank up a few days ago. About a week ago is whenever I got it, and I just set it up. And the water is good and everything, so I put these guys in yesterday, and they are thriving. They're looking great. And I'm hoping to get these Pacu huge pretty much as soon as I can. About 3 weeks after I know this tank's, you know, done a good month cycle, then I'll put the rays in here. I'll definitely make a video on that. And yeah, put the rays in here, and then the rays will be in here for about a year, and then whenever they're big enough, they'll go with the big male. But yeah, we've got a canister filter on this tank, a 300 watt heater and a 500 watt heater, so we're never gonna have to worry about it being cold. A sponge filter rated for 75 gallons. The canister filter is rated for 150. This big canister, Cascade canister down there, it's the biggest size they make. Yeah, this side's like clouded up, the glass itself, but you can see this tank's really clear. It doesn't have the best light on there, but you can see from the camera, you know, the water is really clear. But this is a pretty good tank. I like it. It's got a nice canopy and stuff. I've never had a canopy on a tank before, so I think that's kind of cool. But I haven't bought new lights for it yet. It just came with some crappy old ones the guy just had with it. So like, sure, I'll take them. It came with the tank, a stand, canopy, and light. So I was like, yeah, just found it on Facebook Marketplace, guys. You can find good deals like that, you know, on Marketplace. And it's a really nice tank stand, and I got it for a decent price, I'd say. But yeah, we got our Pacu here. They have really good color on them. Now, when our Pacu get big, they pretty much lose their color. But yeah, other than that, they're doing really good. And yeah. Alright, lastly, guys, we have our 300-gallon tank home to our massive male ray. We got some plecos in here to keep care of the algae, but they haven't been doing that good of a job, because you guys can see there's some on the glass. We've got army of blood parrots in here. We got 5 of them, 2 Severums, a Lima shovel-nosed catfish, and a red-tailed tiger shovel-nosed catfish hybrid. Some more plecos along the back, a group of 4 silver dollars, and that's about it. We've been selling the fish out of this tank to get more room for the rays, and then ended up getting more plecos, and yeah, so we're gonna have to end up selling more fish and stuff. But as of now, I mean, it's not in any sort of rush, because the rays are a lot smaller than I thought they'd be whenever they came in. But yeah, anyways, tank's looking good, the rays looking good, the fish are just looking really good all the way around. If you guys are interested in buying any of these fish, you can message me on Facebook. I'll put the link for my Facebook in the description, so you guys can look at that. Right now we're not shipping, so it's just a local thing only. In the future I hope to start shipping, but yeah, pretty much it's only just local right now. But you know, if you guys are interested in buying any, just let me know. Just send me a message on Facebook and we can work out a price or a trade. But yeah, if you guys have any fish suggestions for this tank, let me know. Any video suggestions or anything like that, just leave them down in the comments. As I always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.